Hey everybody, what's up? This is 8-Bit Eric. Now let me ask you guys something. Now what do you get when you take Skate or Die? Sprinkle a little bit of Double Dragon on it, and then add a dash of 1990s radicalness. You totally get RollerGames for the NES. Prior to getting this game in my collection, I had not heard a single thing about it. So upon playing it for the first time, I didn't know what to expect. And what I got was a somewhat pleasing yet challenging game that brought something different from the people at RollerGames, who made games such as Nightshade, TMNT, and Skate or Die, among others. RollerGames is a one-player game that takes place in a futuristic dystopian universe where there's 6 teams of rollerblade racers, 3 good and 3 evil. Now, these 6 teams are in a violent competition as the good team seeks to rescue the head of the RollerGames, who's been kidnapped by the evil teams. Now, you begin the game by choosing one of 3 roller skaters, and each represents a specific team. Now, from the Thunderbirds, we have Icebox, who's a big, muscular-looking lug of a beer belly. And then there's the chick, Rolling Thunder from Hot Flash, whose long, sexy pink hair just drives me nuts. And finally, from the Rockers, no, not those Rockers, the Californian Kid. What I like most about RollerGames is that it's one of those quirky titles that screams 1990s. I mean, if you're a kid, first grade, wearing Oshkosh Bagosh, eating pizza, watching Ninja Turtles all the time, what are you going to play? You're going to play a game like RollerGames, or Double Dragon, or Skate or Die. So, I think this screams early 90s NES, and the gameplay is very good. I mean, for its time, this is probably one of the best NES games out there. Now, I don't know how this ranked in other magazines or publications at the time when it came out, but I'm sure it didn't do too bad. I don't remember hearing anything about it, which is kind of a shame. The graphics are pretty good for its time, and the music is typical NES action flavored, which is not bad. And the fighting engine is quite good. The controls are responsive, and it's very challenging, although most of the challenge doesn't exactly come from the enemies themselves, but rather timing your jumps right. Although the controls are extremely easy to master, you'll find yourself often getting stuck on jumps due to the screen's awkwardness. And what I mean by awkwardness is that you really can't see what's coming ahead of you until you're pretty close to the edge of the screen. This is a pretty big problem. The fighting scheme of this game feels like it was directly taken from Double Dragon. The A button jumps, B button attacks. Mid-air attacks are also included by pressing A and B together. It launches a special attack which is only allowed 3 times per area, and of course the directional pad provides movement. As mentioned, this game provides a great challenge, but like Double Dragon, it tries to combine platforming with a beat 'em up, and it doesn't mix very well. Trying to make your way fast to the end of a level can be very hard and distraction, especially due to the number of pitfalls that are in the regular stages. This game is full of death traps, and it also suffers from a lot of trial and error. You must learn the courses if you want to master them. And the real problem about this is that if you die, you must begin the level all over again, which can be incredibly frustrating. Thankfully, there is unlimited continues in this game. RollerGames is a pretty solid action game. The game starts off pretty well. I mean, it's not too bad. They do try to combine some platform elements in it, similar to what Double Dragon tried to do, but come on guys. If you're asking for a beat 'em up with platforming on the NES, you're in for trouble. Now, you gotta applaud RollerGames for trying. It's not a bad game. It's worth a shot. It's worth a look. RollerGames is probably relatively unknown NES game. I don't remember hearing much about it when I was younger. I don't know anybody that owned it when I was a kid, and I never played it until a couple of years ago. So I like to think of it as an underrated NES classic that's worth a look. And that's all for today, guys. This has been RollerGames for the NES. Stay tuned, and remember, always wear a helmet.